USS Cod has been in Cleveland since 1959. Before that, it was USS Gar right here from 47. And those boats were, although brought in as reserve trainers, probably could have been used to protect the city of Cleveland against Soviet attack. Only the Russians weren't likely to get any ships on the Great Lakes. But Cleveland had to be protected against Soviet bomber attack over the poles. And so the U.S. government, through the Army, invested hundreds of millions of dollars in ringing key industrial and governmental sites with Nike surface-to-air missiles. And our wandering curator has put together a nice little piece about the remaining remnants of the Nike missile sites that used to protect Cleveland from the 50s to the early 70s. Check that out. We are incredibly proud of our status as a National Historic Landmark. In 1986, Dr. Harry Butowski of the National Park Service led a mass induction of World War II vessels into the National Historic Landmark status. And it's a designation by the Department of the Interior, the National Park Service, basically that says that the site contains significant history to the people of the United States, not just locally, but to the United States in whole. And certainly Cod being one of the fleet submarines built to answer the attack on Pearl Harbor and having a major role in winning the war in the Pacific certainly is justification for National Historic Landmark status. Now, one of the myths that we have to deal with, and certainly Evan when he's in the ticket booth as a shipkeeper, a lot of people somehow think that that means we're a part of the National Park Service. No, we are privately owned. This is a designation that is outside the scope and ownership of the National Park Service. So that means we charge admission, which I believe, I haven't been to any parks lately, but I think you have to pay park admission fees for national parks. But we don't participate in discount programs with the National Park Service. But this is a very important designation. There aren't, I believe, more than 2 or 3 other National Historic Landmarks in the Cleveland area. It's something that means that we have to maintain certain standards of historic preservation. We can't just paint it pink or put plastic sheets down on the deck or other non-historic features. We have to preserve the boat as close as possible. It also benefited us when we went to dry dock a few years ago. There is a Save America's Treasures grant program administered by the Department of the Interior National Park Service that is for National Historic Landmarks. Now, whether they be a courthouse or a famous home or a bridge, or in this case a submarine, they have significant grants available for maintenance. In this case, it was a big help in our dry docking. And I know several of our sister subs from Cobia and Silversides have successfully applied for Save America's Treasures. So this is not the Grand Canyon Great Lakes. We're not the Shenandoah National Park. We are the USS Cod Submarine Memorial, a National Historic Landmark, but not part of the government. So we're not going to be wearing jodhpurs and having the Smokey the Bear hat anytime soon. Frankly, it doesn't look good on us. Mythbusting. Another persistent submarine myth that's got to be busted. Prop guards are not placed on subs to push away mine cables. Absolutely not. They are there to protect the 2 giant bronze propellers from dinging against another ship or the seawall. proof if you need it. In wartime, prop guards are removed during combat when they go out on patrol. These are permanent peacetime ones that were welded on Cod when she ended the war and was put back into service in the peacetime commissioning. If a fleet submarine were in port for a long period of time, they would clamp on temporary prop guards so she didn't ding her props and nearby ships. So not worried about mine cable clearance, just to protect those beautiful bronze wheels. Mythbusters. You know, the Cod was mothballed in 1954. And she had pretty much been replaced, a lot of broken equipment repaired, reconditioned, but they wouldn't worry about all the little details. For instance, we have depth charge denting in the metal back aft of the main gun. And a lot of people, we point out things like this bullet hole here. And people say, oh, that can't be. Why wasn't that fixed? Well, frankly, why would you fix that? I mean, that's a good solid 2-inch thick bar stock. You're not going to harm anything. Why bother fixing that? Time is money and money is time. So a lot of history remains aboard Cod for us to basically interpret it. So it wasn't like, you bring a rental car back to Enterprise. And by the way, I do want to put a plug in for Enterprise rental car. If you're renting a car, Enterprise supports the Cod with grants. God bless Enterprise car rental. But anyway, like a car rental, they don't go over the boat when you're done after the war or after a war patrol and buff out all the nicks and scuffs. It's just a weapon of war that they want to keep in service as quickly and as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. So little things like these marvelous bits of history are left untouched. So, again, a few people we've had up here look at that and say, oh, I can't believe that's a real bullet hole. Trust me, it's a bullet hole. Myth busted.
I mean, how much pain can I experience at home with a spaghetti carbonara and Das Boot? Look.
Okay, we're back with more Submarine Mythbusters, and one myth-busting thing that has just been driving me crazy. The greatest submarine movie of all time was made in Germany in 1981, and it is Das Boot. Now, in spelling, it's B-O-O-T, yeah?
Yes.
To English-speaking people, it looks like it's boot, like footwear. But we have Joshua here from Germany. Welcome. And you are going to destroy this myth once and for all, the correct pronunciation of the greatest Untersee boat movie, Kino, the greatest submarine movie. The correct name is
Das Boot.
Das Boot, not Das Boot. It is not the story of footwear, although, truth be told, the Wehrmacht with their Hugo Boss uniforms and those jack boots, they were pretty cool looking. But, we're not here to talk about fashion. I just was watching very recently an otherwise great documentary about the making of Das Boot, and the American kid who put it together just drove me crazy. I mean, I was pulling my hair out, and because he kept saying Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, Das Boot, and I'm like, anyway. So once and for all, the correct pronunciation for the movie of the World War II Kriegsmarine, Das
Boot.
Das Boot. Dankeschön. All right. Das Boot. Been busting a lot of myths. And the one I want to leave you with a little reminder, remember, whenever we're talking about our competition in the Atlantic, the U-boat fleet, in German, B-O-O-T is not pronounced boot, it's boat, das Boot. Bust that myth once and for all, please.